Good morning, everybody. This is a Saturday morning. We got the gang back together. The band is here, waiting for a couple more good friends to pop in. But we're going to be talking about all things 49ers. But if you've seen the thumbnail, I'm all thumbs today, right? Um, I got my gold jacket on. And if you are a proud member of the Gold Jacket Club or have been, obviously you're a 49er fan, so you know what the gold jackets are all about. Let me bring in our good buddy, David McNiner. Corey Davis does so much more justice. We're going to try to get him to clip a intro for everybody to come in as well. But how are you doing this morning, David?
I'm good. Still kind of waking
Awesome.
up.
You guys went pretty late last night. I'm sorry I ended up falling out. I had some things going on, but I'm glad you guys are still going on because the show must go on. Corey, good morning. Ryan, good morning.
Good
And
morning.
let me tell everybody in the chat, good morning. We got CG and Jeff and Bebop. Good morning, everyone. Hope you brought a cup of coffee, or if you don't, that's all right. I hope you're here for the show and can enjoy the time we're here. So, guys, I got the gold jacket on, and we're hoping you might have a story about a gold jacket, or you know a little bit about gold jackets. I've been a gold jacket collector since I could buy stuff. And my mom and dad, growing up, they weren't able to purchase me a gold jacket, but I found one in a thrift store. And from there, I was sold. And I just, every time I found one, I tried to get one. If it was too expensive, I was like, and I'd think about it and then hopefully could go back and get it. I go to a lot of thrift stores and flea markets and stuff like that. So sometimes I can get things on a deal. And like this jacket came from a thrift store. So I'm very proud of it. It's a reversible. There's this mint condition, and I'm not selling it. But for the price I got it for, I think I got it for like $30. And for $30, if you go on eBay, this jacket, it's like $600 to $1,200. And I'm not selling this jacket. It's at one time it was my only jacket I had. Moved back to California, and I didn't have a jacket, so I went to the thrift store and I got really lucky and I found it, and it was the only jacket I had for about a year and a half because like I didn't have a whole bunch of money, so every day I needed to go to work, I was wearing this jacket every day. I went, and at one point I was kind of not embarrassed, but I was like, man, I need another jacket. I can't just be wearing the gold jacket everywhere. And of course you can, but when you have someone's funeral coming up or you are going to go to church or something, and you want to just look a little bit more appropriate. So I finally got another jacket, but this one isn't put away. It's right there on the hook. It's in my sight daily. I wear it all the time. So I my point is when I moved to Kentucky, I moved there with a bunch of stuff. My parents, everybody, we all had a whole house full of stuff when we moved with. Well, I had several, probably 10 jackets at the time, and when we moved back, I wasn't able to bring them back. And each one of them had something different. The patch was front and different. The NFL crest was different. There was just so many different things. These are patches on this jacket. The other jacket had like more vinyl on some of them. I had one with just the big logo on the back, but it was just painted on or vinyl on. So every time I see a jacket, I like to look at it a little bit. I like to look at the inside. I like to see what the color is of the material. I like to see everything. If you know about some of the jackets, they have tags in the pockets. This one, obviously doesn't have a tag on the back or the front. They have a patch up here for the starter. So the jackets are starters or chalk line, depending on what jacket you got. And I don't want to say any jacket's like a knockoff or it's not a true Niner jacket. If it's gold and it's got a patch on it and someone who is rooted for the team wore it, it's a gold jacket. It's a fan dubbed jacket, right? But the two name brands were Chalkline at the time and Starter. So, guys, let me pop up these pictures real quick. We're going to throw us into a cool little spot. And I'm going to put up the pictures I got of some of these things. And if anybody in the chat knows a little bit about the jackets and want to go into it, let's go. All right. So,
Hey, just so you know, real quick, I found a gold jacket that looks just like the one you're wearing
yeah.
on sale for $89, and I put the link in the private chat. So if you want to drop that in the regular chat, so people can find themselves a gold jacket if they want.
A reversible gold jacket?
No, I don't think it's reversible. I think it's just one-sided, but still it's a gold Niners jacket.
Yeah. Let me see if I can copy that and put it in the chat for everybody. All right. Oh, I'm not
just in case you want to join the club.
Yeah.
If you just copy the link, highlight it, and then Control C, you should be able to just copy the link there, and then yep.
Got it. Okay, paste. Boom. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, so the Gold Jacket Club is for anyone, and you don't have to have a gold jacket to be part of the club. It's just something fun and cute to say, right? If you have a heart of a Niner, you're a member of the club. So we're gonna get to this here. This first picture is the team, and you probably have seen this picture before. Shopping around, looking up the 49ers. Joe knows Super Bowls. So this is a very iconic phrase that was also said right before he got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs. But Joe knows Super Bowls. He's got 4 Super Bowls. But if you look at everybody in the crowd, not everybody, but a lot of these guys are wearing gold jackets, guys and girls. The gold jacket was sold during the 80s and 90s, and it's still sold today, but it's just a little bit different now. But it was one of the hottest selling memorabilia pieces for a 49er fan. If you guys remember the TV show Full House, Danny Taylor, he wore a gold jacket, and they also lived in San Francisco, so it made sense. So yeah, it's definitely out there for the fans. Not only for the fans, but the players. The players, I believe, were wearing it before the 80s. I believe they were wearing it in the early 70s. I was trying to find out how old the gold jacket goes back, but it wasn't giving me that information. But I have seen pictures of older players, and that's why I want to say for the 70s. Again, if I'm wrong,
shout out to that kicker's face mask.
Yeah, this is Ray. This is our number 1 kicker. This is him. That's the GOAT. Again, players and coaches wore the gold jacket. And this is just another picture of, Bill Walsh with a lot of the players wearing the gold jackets. So now when I told you guys like the things I like about the different jackets, it seems like either a fan created it or someone was like, maybe they went to a store, like Target had a special or something and they did their design. So again, I don't want to say this is a knockoff or it isn't a real jacket. This could just be a special edition. And I know a group of friends that have the same jacket, but they have their names embroidered onto it. So, there are clubs out there that do different things. But here's a picture of a jacket. And if I would have seen it in the thrift store or at a garage sale, I would be buying this because it's got the 49ers on it. It is the red and white. You got the collar, you got the handcuffs, but the back is different. And I would just buy it.
Does it look off-centered?
It could be, but it could be because it's wrinkled.
Yeah, that's the other thing. But
it could be because of the hanger, but you're right. And it's just really neat to me. Like one time I seen a Niner patch. It looked like a guy in a football uniform, but he had like more Niner clothes on, kind of like the Patriot patch, but he was on the back of it. And I can't remember if he had a pickaxe or not. Shout out to Jeff with the pickaxe, but it was really, really cool. So it's like, again, when I see this kind of stuff, I want to look at it. I want to see if it's got tags on it, if I can see if it says Pro Line, if it says Chalk Line, if it says starter, because again, I just want to learn as much about these jackets as possible. When you get around some of this stuff, and yeah, I know you said the other night that you had a jersey and the first thing that got spilled on it was cheese. Well, no one wants another man's stain, right? But when you see the stain, it has a story to it, and hopefully that story was a winning story or, something epic, so I kind of, I enjoy that kind of stuff, and then hopefully anything, take it through a cleaner, dry cleaner that could get the stain out, fingers crossed, but, so the backs are different. And I wanted to show you guys what the early backs look like. The early backs in the 80s look like this. It was spelled out 49er, and it was spelled out the white inside the red. if I can go in maybe in a minute or two, I'll go grab a jacket I have, and it's opposite of this. It is opposite. The white is on the outside and the red's on the inside. I also have this jacket too. So I'll show you guys both jackets here in a second. But this right here is crazy to me because when you think of the 49ers, like 49 ERS, this is spelled 49ers, and this is truly the way the name is spelled. This is the name of the team, 49ers. So shout out to that. I love it. Now we're going to jump down here to how you would imagine the font looks today. And I think Ryan, you was the first person to tell me the name of the font. I believe it's called Saloon font.
Yep, the Saloon font.
So see how they spell it here. Definitely, the Saloon font. And then the tag right here, starter. Again, different jackets are different. So some of the jackets have white on the inside. Some of them have red. So I believe it was the red. I believe it's starter that has the red. And I believe it's Chalkline that has white on the inside of the jacket. So if you get a jacket and it's opposite, okay. In some I've seen have flannel on the inside. So if you have a jacket and you want to share it, you want to put it on my Facebook or you want to put it on Twitter, maybe we can clip this and go back and do another cool video, or maybe even have you come on as a guest to talk about your jacket. So I love these jackets. I love them. And I've seen different styles of them, and every time, like there's an app on my phone called OfferUp, and I like to go on it and look for these jackets. Well, I found this one. I wasn't able to pull the trigger on this, but I want this one. And I seen a white one, just like this, but white. I tell you what, there's something to be said about
the white one probably looks sicker than this to me. I haven't seen it, but I'm just thinking this one's not bad though. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I'm not giving this one any bullshit. But the white one would be clean as shit.
I'll send you the picture later of the white one. It's really nice. Just like this, really clean. The white one reminds me of like the 94 uniforms. And that's why I don't know. Like I'm super excited. Like I want to get this one for Tony because Tony likes wearing red stuff. She's afraid to wear white stuff. I love wearing white clothes. I just really do. I feel like I'm glowing or something. I don't know. So I don't want to touch anything either when I'm wearing white. I don't like getting it dirty. But I'm just saying this is cool. It's got the old school logo and it's got the Saloon font. I've never seen one with the back that has it spelled out 49ers in a red or a white version like this, but I've seen these styles. So I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna pull a trigger. One day. Now we're talking a little bit about how there's different logos and stuff. And if you look at the front, this has a helmet. It doesn't have the SF, crest. So there are variations, and this one's a Chalkline. So this is proof that Chalkline has red on the inside too. Some jerseys, jackets do have the white lining. So just keep your eyes out. And again, if you have any pictures or anything, guys, everybody in the chat, just let us know. What's your favorite jacket? What's your jacket you've wore in the past growing up? If you still have a jacket, if you have multiple jackets, because it's really cool. There's only so much that can say, you're a 49er fan. And so you see someone walking down the street with a 49er jacket on, and it's this color, you gotta say, yeah, that guy probably is a 49er fan. You don't have to wear anything to be a 49er fan, of course. You don't have to have tattoos, but definitely, it's kind of hard to say someone wearing a jacket like this isn't a fan.
I'm willing to bet Corey has quite the collection of sweaters and apparel.
Oh yeah,
I'm willing to bet.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to me, there's not like a lot available around where I live because they pretty much gear up for every football team, so they get a little bit of everything. It's really hard to find stuff. I mean, I got my pullovers, my starter pullovers from the 90s. Got a few Niner shirts, few Niner hats, and I do keep my eyes like peeled in thrift stores, but not much hits or even stays on the shelf around here.
Now, do you live around a lot of Niner fans?
The fan base around here is very wide. I mean, there's everything, but there are quite a few 49er fans. So that
I'm
might
sure
be
with
adding
Steve
to
Young.
the hard to get, you know. I like
Yeah.
I like seeing things in person too before I actually buy it, you know, ordering something over the internet. I'm not about that. I want to see it in person, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to pull triggers on stuff over the internet, and then when someone says, "Oh, it's this much money," and you're like, I'd rather be able to see it, smell it, touch it. But I don't know.
Oh boy.
Ooh, whoa! Look at that black jacket
going
right
through the
there.
chat.
See
Oh yeah,
this one.
That's
I got this
sweet,
one.
Corey.
I got this one from my nephew. He gave me two of them. It's this on one side and it's reversible. Too.
Look at you. Stunting is a habit. Get like me.
It's reversible. It can come.
I absolutely love that jacket, though.
Goes from a matte black
that's
to a
something
glossy.
that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye out
Yep.
for.
Oh, what's up? I didn't know it was on. What's up?
What up, man?
Hey John.
Yeah, when it comes to white, I can't do it. I mean, I have two white shirts in my closet. It's a cursed color for me. I put it on. I'm destined to get really dirty or stained. It's destined to happen. So,
See, and this one's just one sided.
Last time I bought something white, it was to tie dye it. Because there's like you said, there's no way I'm keeping it clean. I got two white Dickie shirts, and then the only reason why they're probably still white is because they're Dickies. You know what I'm saying? Like they got stain fighting stuff in there. So like we all know white looks like, clean. It kind of, speaks to money, you know what I mean? Because, you got to have money to keep things white and clean because the dirt's all around us. You know what I'm saying? But like, to me, it's just not a viable wardrobe choice because I don't worry about my clothing when I interact with objects. Some people, they're very aware of their clothing and their shoes and whatnot, and they want to make sure they don't spill anything on it. That's not me. Never been me. You know what I mean? My daughter's not like that. Not going to expect her to be like that. Not going to buy her expensive little clothing that she's probably going to spill something on because it's going to get me mad. And then I'm going to, it's not her fault. Never going to be a thing for her. Never going to be a thing for me. Might as well just game plan around it.
my daughter's my daughter's the same way I am. She can't wear white. It's cursed. Oh,
I'm gonna grab that jacket real quick. I'll be back in a second.
I was saying this shirt's gray. I know it doesn't look like it, but this shirt's gray, and I had to check that out because I thought I was, But that's socks. I don't even like getting white socks. You know what I mean? It happens. But white socks, they get dingy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to show dinge. You know what I'm saying? So black socks are great.
Yeah. Yeah, I got them two jackets from my nephew. He said, Corey, I can't fit these jackets. I want to see if you can fit them. And I said, okay, bring them on over. And he brought them over, and I said, oh, I can fit them.
There you go. That's a steal.
Yeah. I had some jackets like Brian, too, but I don't have them more.
You guys are lucky you live in the area because, like, there's nothing like that out here for me. If anything, like, let's say some Niners stuff drops in the thrift store, right? One of these Seahawks fans is going to buy that shit up just to put some fireworks on and blow it up. You know what I mean? That's we shot out to the reservations up here selling us fireworks every year for 4th of July. I mean, it made my childhood a blast. Man, shout out to the natives out here. They know how to have a good time with fireworks. That's what I'm saying. Like, this type of stuff would literally be stuffed with hay, and then somebody would be sticking fireworks to it, trying to blow it up. No lie.
Okay, so this is the one I was talking about that's different. Can you see that pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's different than this one.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Try to get it up there. See whose name's it? Tony. That's Tony. And then I grabbed this one. This was Lily's. And this is what makes it fun for me because this one it doesn't have a patch on the back. It's not screen printed or anything. And but this is actually a little kid's jacket. And this one has a patch on the arm. So yeah.
You know what'd be cool? Get that embroidered with Culp on the back.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Because then you could keep passing that down to all the youngsters. You know what I mean? You just keep passing it down through the ranks. And then when they grow up and have their own little ones, you could keep passing it down through the ranks.
Yeah. I used to see this. My brother, he has a white Raider jacket. And yeah, it's really hard to wear white with him too. He has a hard time keeping white clean, so he doesn't ever wear it. But it's just like this, like a bomber jacket, and it's white on black. It looks really nice being a Raider jacket. But yeah,
The one you wearing, what do you have anything on the back?
yeah, this one. Let me
wearing?
take it off real quick.
No, take it off. No, keep it on. Gotcha.
Right now, this is why I wanted to take it off.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, you said that one was reversible. No, it's a nice
That's
one.
awesome.
Yeah, got a patch. Back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't ever wear the black side. I always wear the gold side because it's just like I want to wear the gold side, but the black's cool. And you can pop down the collar too if you want a little bit. Kind of makes it, but I always keep it just up. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming, man. I think this is fun. I don't want to go anywhere. We can still hang out and talk a little bit, but that's the show. That's Gold Jackets. So if you guys got gold jackets, you got something really cool to want to show off. Maybe we'll do a show here when it gets closer to wintertime. We got a couple of cool scarves, and I've seen fans wear those stuff, and it's just really cool because you like a team, and you start seeing stuff like socks and all kinds of other crazy stuff to buy, and it doesn't make you more of a fan than anyone else. You can have everything on. It just
I got something.
your fanhood starts here in your heart.
This is a Marysville Pilchuck Tomahawks jacket.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Your high school?
Yep.
Nice.
That's a collector's item for the high school.
Yeah.
What people say about me? They see me, they say, "Do you ever wear any other color? What about blue?" Every time I see you, you always Niner out. You never. It's all season now. Why don't you wear something different? I say, nope. I'm in my red. I got my Niners on. Niners for life.
Yeah.
Most people have dollars. They be like, "Hey, Corey, every day you come in here, decked out in red. Do you ever wear something different?" What about blue?
Sometimes you got black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What they
see?
like?
Tell them that. Red and black. That's maybe someday. You know what you should do, Corey? You should get an old gold outfit. Start messing with them. Like, look, it's not necessarily red. It's just all Niners. You know what I mean? Like, we got the black, we got the gold. We're representing young and old.
So, you can go on all kinds of crazy websites and stuff. I'm sure you guys know about Wish, and there's all kinds of other, websites. But I was on one time and I found leggings, like yoga pants. And no, I didn't get them for me, but I thought about Tony, and I got two sizes. I got extra. I got large. I think extra large because I don't know what sizes she's gonna wear, right? So the idea was is if she could fit it, then we'd give the other pair to her mom. Well, I don't think she wanted them. So Tony kept both of them. And I think after they got washed, now Lily owns them. So Lily's got, 49er pants, looks just like the pants. And she runs around in the house like almost, I don't know, it's hard to get her out of them. But yeah, he's like, most of the time she's running around in gold pants with the red and white stripe on the side. So Corey, I can see you wearing gold, man. You'd be like that Bruno Mars song, all gold, 24 karat gold.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's awesome. I wear a lot of 49er stuff, a lot of Volkswagen stuff, and a lot of Batman stuff and Giant stuff. I'm usually in orange or red most of the time. So,
And that's what my high school too. They like it that I wore because their colors green and white. So every time I came to school wearing my red, they like always ID me. You sure you go to school? Where's your green
Okay,
at?
so the Volkswagen stuff that brings up a question I have. If you had your choice of a classic, like 60s, 70s car, what are you gonna choose, Bryant?
I got Joe Stevens calling me. Let me go on mute for a second.
Jeez.
Yeah, but see, I would have those, they green. They'd be like, well, if you want to wear red, you need to go to Kennedy. I said, I'm not Kennedy. I'm El Cerrito Gacho. I just wear my red 49ers.
Tell him, Corey.
So, what's my classic car choice? If I can pick any car I want, David,
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna get like a. And it's between 60 to 70, or because that's kind of hard for me. I like a lot of cars, but I like
Well,
Volkswagens.
60s, 70s. We'll go into the 80s since you're younger, though.
Okay. Like the best car that my dad ever owned was a 1974 silver anniversary 450 SEL Mercedes Benz. It's a gray model, and that would probably be the car I would pick. My brother's got like a 78. My dad's got one right now too, but it's an 80s model, and I don't want an 80s model Mercedes, but I don't know. Like I would take a Volkswagen, probably, to be honest with you, like an old bus or something like that. Like I have a 72 bus and I love it, but getting an older bus would be cool. I got a Carmagia, so those are fun, but the problem with older cars is like they're maybe not as comfortable. So if you're going to get an older car, I would even consider maybe getting a Cadillac or something, David. A big car with a nice couch in it. You can drive around anywhere, like a nice Imperial or something. I don't know.
Rides on air. That's
Yeah.
what I feel like anyway, right?
Yeah.
Dude, my buddy Eli, shout out to Eli. We had a show together we were doing on my channel, but Eli rolls around one day and he pulls up in a Cadillac, right? I was like, bro, where'd you get this? He's like, bro, it's a steal. I said, what do you mean? He paid $1,300 for a cherry. I don't know what year it was, but it was probably a 90s Cadillac. And it was just, grandma owned it. So there was no miles on it. He bought it for $1,300. This thing was so comfortable to sit in. This thing could get up and go. You know what I'm saying? It was the best freaking car for him. Oh my God.
So you guys want to hear an interesting story? It's about me when I was born. Mom and Dad, they had a Volkswagen Orange Bug, and there was an issue with the alternator. My uncle tried to take the alternator off the car and didn't know how to take it off. There's a band clip, and he didn't know that was there, so he ended up ripping the fan shroud all apart. But long story short, my dad was walking to the hospital. I was already born, and he was walking up to the hospital to see me. And the neighbor, he's an older gentleman, and he had a couple cars sitting right there. And he said, "Hey, what you doing?" My dad says, "Oh, wife just had the baby. I'm gonna go up there and see him in the hospital." And he's like, "Oh, congratulations!" And he's like, "You need a car." And my dad's like, "Yeah," because the guy neighbor, he knew my dad, and he knew the story. So he's like, "You need a car." So what do you think about that one? And he points over to this like gray car, silver car. And my dad's like looking at him. He's like, "What's wrong with it?" He's like, "It needs a battery." He's like, "I'll trade you." So he traded my dad for his orange Bug for a 1969 Firebird Trans Am. And my dad got the battery, put it in, and that's what I got to come home with from the hospital. So there's deals out there, but like that car is a big 428 motor in it. And you started it up, but when it got quiet, so yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of cool cars out there, and it just some of the technology is like superseded some of the muscle cars because like the drivetrain and different things like that. But you got cars out there like that, and it was awesome, just awesome. So yeah, my dad traded Volkswagen for a Firebird.
Can we note that Corey not only has 49ers draped all over the thing his TV sits on, but he got a 49ers mat to come in and wipe his feet on, which may or may not be a cool thing. To come in, like he's got his curtains are 49ers guys. This boy is living his life.
Oh
man,
wow.
Put me to shame. Hey Joe,
I got it.
How much of a fan do you feel like now? Less so of one?
No, not really. You should have seen my bedroom growing up, dude. It was pretty
it's not like that now, though.
No, I have a wife. I tried to get a Seahawks bedspread. She got pissed because she goes, "If we get a new bed, you can choose the comforter, And so she chose the bed. And we got a new king size mattress, and it's hard to find a king size Seahawks bedspread. So I found one. I go, "Okay, I'm gonna order it." And she goes, "Don't you dare! That'll ruin our room." All right, whatever.
I found a California king size comforter for my room, and I'm lucky. Tony likes the Niners, and so it didn't ruin it. But we got the matching drapes for the window curtain, so she won there, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing is I had to settle with a little throw blanket on the end of the bed.
You know what you should have done? You should have done it like nice and clean, where like you made the comforter the blue and then the sheets were the green. So when it all folds back, it's just that. You know what I'm saying? And then, because then it looks classy.
Yeah, it still looks like crap.
And then, then she could go wild with throw pillows. That's how you said, hey, then you could go wild with throw pillows, baby. You know what I mean? Like, sell the deal, bro. Sell the deal.
Yeah. Speaking of cars, I'm about to leave here in about an hour and pick up a Dart. I'm trading a dirt bike for it. So.
Oh, you're going to. Oh, you're not getting that one, are you? You're getting something else.
What year?
Duster, 73.
Dodge Dart. Those are actually. There's quite an aftermarket for those too, though. If you ever want to do anything to them.
Corey.
I know. I've had a few now.
My dad bought a 1978 350Z, I think it was, a Z car. And he,
at that point.
yeah, it was a Datsun, and he
270Z or something. Yeah,
he was putting a 350 into it, and he had to get the right oil pan because there's some kind of thing he needed a little cutout for such to
there's a cross member down there you have to compensate for.
So yeah, that's his. He had a 57 Chev, step side, and he bought a 74 Chev, and he pulled the body off the 74 Chev and put the 57 Chev body on it, and the 74 Chev was a 4x4.
Yeah, that's badass.
I call my dad a mad car
Corey.
scientist.
Corey, is your house painted 49ers color?
No.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
Corey, are you ready?
Hey, when I was with my ex, when I was with my ex, we bought a house and all that good stuff, right? And I was telling her, I was like, I'm gonna petition the city to change my house number to just 49. And she was like, no. And I was like, yes, come on. She's like, no. And I was like, oh.
Bro,
And when we were chasing the house colors, I go, hey, I figured out the house colors and I've got options. I said, we can go red with gold trim or gold with red trim.
dude, when I was a kid, I always thought I'd have a blue house with lime green trim. And then I got to about the age where it was to come to buying a house and realize how ugly that would look. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm kind of past the age where I always wanted a Seahawks car growing up too. I'm just, a little Seahawks sticker.
The best thing you could do is a shed. You got a little, you know what I'm saying? You got a little shed out back. You know what I'm saying? With the Seahawks emblem painted blue and green. You know what I mean? You got your lawnmower painted, the lime green or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Cornhole bag.
Seahawks had silver. They had silver on their helmets. You could go silver with like blue trim and a Seahawks symbol. That would actually look pretty good.
Corey, is that a cornhole bag?
It's like a bean bag.
Yep, it's got to be.
Corey, is your bicycle 49ers?
I wish I wanted to get a red, but they didn't have one. Like they had me a red one, but it was too cheap and it was falling apart when I bought it. So I said, "Damn, I had to trade that in and go ahead and give me a blue one."
Oh,
I wanted one.
You know what you need to do, Corey? You need to get yourself some tape and some rattle cans and just give that thing, customize your bike, bro.
Makeover.
Yeah.
I actually recommend blowing it apart if you're going to paint it, because I've helped a couple guys restore cars, and I mean we literally got everything running, got it driving good, and then blew it apart and took it to the paint shop. Literally, I mean just a rope pushing roller with nothing. And just because the number one, they're able to get everywhere without masking much, and number two, it looks a lot better, because if you have to mask all that stuff off, there's always somewhere that didn't get painted so great. There's always something like that going on. But yeah, it'd be easier to take it apart and put what you want to paint over here and paint it, right?
Hey, so real quick, I got Lily right here. She wants to pop on. We were going to do a couple of these last night. Joe, kind of stealing your little thunder, but she's I think she can do it pretty good. Go ahead and open this up. Bring it. Come step around this way.
Go full screen.
Yep, she's going to do the Vanna White.
Don't worry about stealing my thunder. I haven't sent shit out in like 2 months. I still owe David, and somebody else, Sivo.
Everybody, real quick, if you're in the chat, wait before you pull it out. Go ahead and guess if there's anybody in the cards that you think is in the pack. It's a new pack. The pack looks like this.
Ooh.
And then, so if you guess anybody in the package, that's fine. We'll send it to you. The only stipulation is Lily said if it's a 49er card, you don't get it.
Oh.
No, if you guess a 49er player, it's got to be the player. We'll send you the card. So everybody, there's like 7 people in the chat, and we got 5, 6 people on the panel. Go ahead and guess if you like. Real quick, Corey, who do you think's in the pack?
I think Debo's in it.
All right, Ryan.
I'm gonna go with. Did you just say a 49er, Corey?
Yeah.
Well, if you pick a 49er, you don't get the card.
Oh no, we'll send it out.
Oh.
Lily will have to she'll have to get lucky again sometime. Maybe there'll be 2 in the pack or something.
I'm gonna go with Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, all right. David McNiner.
I'm gonna go with J.C. Jackson.
J.C. Jackson. All right. All right. Mr. John Jay, what year? What's your players?
I'm gonna go with Tua.
Tua. Okay. Real quick, Tony, the years are 2022. So 2022. That's the
Oh,
the
let
season.
Ryan redo it then.
Oh yeah, you said Bryce Young. He won't be in there. He
Oh,
might be.
jeez.
He might be, but I
No.
don't think.
No, he won't.
Let's go with let's go Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. Okay. Bebop chose Tredavious White. I'm sorry, I can't read.
Tre'Davious.
Apologize.
Yeah.
Okay. And if anybody else wants to throw out a question, a guess, Tommy, anybody, go ahead. Jeff. So go ahead, Lily. Start with and come
Yeah,
back
to
over here.
Kalen
So
Metcalf.
oh, Joe. So sorry. Who are you going to go for again? Metcalf?
Kalen Metcalf, yeah.
He got picked last night.
Missed it.
Metcalf got
Yeah.
picked. Yeah.
You got a
Yeah, we did the.
DK card.
All right. So the first card is Garrett Wilson.
Nice rookie.
There you go.
Yeah, shiny collector card. Holographic.
That's a cool card too.
Refractor.
All right. Okay, so we got another Saint player, and it looks like it's going to be Tyrann Mathieu. Ooh, good card.
Ooh.
Honey Badger don't give a care.
We were hoping the 49ers would have picked him up last year.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been some
wow.
nasty.
Darwin, where you at? Where you at? Mark Andrews coming in.
Shout out to Levi.
Big shout out, Levi.
Trying to get Levi to come in some more
Ooh.
coffee time
We got
with us.
Tommy Huxley in the building.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Tony said Jake Moody. That would be funny if we got him, but I don't think that's going to be in the cards.
Tommy said Sauce Gardner.
Yes. Okay, so we have.
Wait, Tommy. Sauce Gardner might not be in here.
Oh, and then
Oh, wait, no,
Carcast.
he would.
Yeah, he will.
He would.
Carcast says Tyler Lockett. That's a good guess. All right, so we got Cooper Kupp from the Rams.
Boo. Boo. Eddie Rams.
Shout out to Rudy and Peo.
So that's
All right, this is probably a collector's card. He's not going to be wearing number 8 anymore. So Elijah Moore from the Jets. He's not 8 anymore. Aaron Rodgers is 8. Aaron Rodgers, man, he's going to be doing some good stuff. Did you guys hear about D-Hop going to the Patriots?
I heard about him going up there for a visit. That's kind of surprising considering he wanted to go to a team that had a good quarterback.
And Bill O'Brien.
There's a lot of surprising things. Like I said last night, like Bill Belichick's known for moving off of players a year early. And like I think last year would have been the year early for D-Hop. You know what I mean? So why is he going to bring him onto the team unless he's taking like nothing for money? Who's that?
Jared Goff.
Oh,
Detroit versus everybody. Shout out Don Burr. Oh, wow. Okay, nobody said it, but I think they said it last night.
Joshy boy.
Josh Allen. Yep. Okay. James Robinson. And that's the end of our cards. So, guys, sorry, no 49ers. And
A lot of Jets.
A lot of Jets and Bills. So,
Just leave that Garrett Wilson card, dude. Put it in plastic.
oh, yeah. We're putting them all in plastic.
Yeah, but the Garrett Wilson one put in a hard shell.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Last night we got Kurt Warner. We got Matthew Stafford. We got You Like That, Kirk Cousins. We got Trevor Lawrence. We got a lot of quarterbacks last night. But, yeah.
You mean Pat Stafford?
Yeah, we got Matthew Stafford. right there on the bottom. And what's his name? Jamar Jackson. Lamar. So definitely cool. Well, guys, thank you all for playing. We'll go ahead and move on. But that was Joe, man. That's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You had a good idea doing that the other day. Let me bring the panel back so you guys aren't just looking at me. Put all the
Bless you.
Seahawks in a heart.
Bless you.
Yep.
Bless
Bless you. Wow.
Oh,
Don't say bless you till about the third one, okay? Just saying, 'cause you're gonna be wasting them, okay? If you do that, usually it happens anywhere between 3 to 5 times. So if you do it on the third one, you got a chance of only saying it once,
Mhm.
twice, or 3 times. See, you see what I'm saying? Instead of saying it 3 times and then being like, man, you figure out the rest of your stuff and watching me sneeze 2 of them at a time, and then you feel kind of like guilty, like I said it 3 times other before. What did I really need to not say? You know,
I like
just wait for the
sneezing.
third time.
Sneezing's like one of my passions. I love sneezing.
So I got another question for Corey. Do you have a 49er plates?
No.
Okay.
Oh, we should get 49er plates for his bike.
I bought 4 of them from the Dollar Tree, a 49er plate.
Oh,
It was
I ordered me some 49 bowls, still waiting for them to come in.
49er bowls?
Super
Mhm.
Bowls. 49er Super Bowls.
No bowls. You eat out.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's saying they're super. You know, like you can put a whole box
Super
of cereal
Bowl.
in it. You know,
I was cleaning my house a month ago, and I found a Raiders cup, so I punted it. Nah, I didn't do that. I gave it to my buddy. He's a big Raider fan.
Yeah, I find a lot of Raider stuff. I got a lot of brothers and my dad, they're all Raider fans, so I find it. I see it all the time. I guess it's like when you're not looking for it, it's right there in front of you. But I'm not trying to look for it, and it just keeps popping up. You know, being close to the Bay Area and stuff, and the Raiders.
Right.
And that's something too. You guys remember the Wheaties boxes?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the Raider Shield Wheaties box?
No.
Okay, Wheaties came out with a box and it had the Raiders shield on it. My dad still has that with an unopened. It's unopened. It's really cool. Still got the cereal in it. And I remember I want to say it was the 49ers had a Wheaties box too. I can't remember who was on it. I remember we
I
had
had
it.
one Jerry Rice.
yeah,
Oh,
Jerry
yeah.
Rice was definitely on it.
We had Steve Largent on the Wheaties box.
I had
Bo
one
Jackson
with
probably was the most sought after box, though.
I think my brother got rid of it. Kurt said, "Why are you keeping this box up in this cereal in this box?"
That used to be a thing back in
Not
the
throw
day.
away. He threw it away. I said that was worth some money. It was signed by Jerry Rice. Why you throw it away? It was worth. I could. So we got some money off of that.
Oh, your brother's stealing money from you?
Yeah. I don't know why y'all like to collect junk.
Yeah, that was cool. The Wheaties box was really cool. And when the 49ers came to Stockton, they had Coca-Cola bottles that came out with the University of Pacific on them. And I still have one of those. Those are in my garage. That's really cool. And I remember when the Niners won the Super Bowl, the 7-Eleven had glass bottles. And I have a glass bottle with the 49ers Super Bowl logo on it. And it's pretty cool. I took it back east, and when I came back, it was in my bus. And I don't know if it was the elevations or shaking up, but the whole inside of my box was like syrup. And I like looked at the bottle, and the bottle still had the cap on it, but it must have just splooged out or something because there's no crack on the bottle. I wiped the bottle down, but it's missing a lot of soda. I'm like, I won't do that again. So, Bebop said something, and I'm not sure what he meant. So maybe we can talk about that. Bebop said there was a mass shooting in San Francisco, and then he said last night no one died. Thank God. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna look that up. Does anybody have any information on that?
It's in the Mission District.
Yeah.
Yeah, that area, like they've been known for stuff like that back in the day. It's been very calm in the last like 15 years. I'm not sure what it is. I got a lot of friends who live there. They'll probably let me know what's up. But yeah, back when I was a kid, I don't know if I ever told you the story. I went to a school in the Mission District, and I was taking the bus 49, which is funny. So there's a real bus called the 49 bus, and I'm down around in the area called 16th and Mission, and this dude and his girlfriend, like the girlfriend is like so loud, she's talking a lot of smack, and the boyfriend is wearing the Joe Montana all red 1980s, jersey, that stuff. As we get into into the Mission, back then you had like the Norteños, Serranos, that bullshit that happened, and they threatened to beat him up because he was wearing a red fabric. They didn't care. So growing up as a kid, I could not wear red, and it was really bad. So that's the shit that happened when I was a kid. Well, so I never hung out there a lot. So that's that area. It's changed a lot since I was a kid, but occasionally you'll get like stupid shit that happened like that. So yeah, people need to grow up. It's just a T-shirt, but some people like, you can't wear that.
Well, see, that's one of my. I think I've said this before. I want to paint my bus red. My bus used to be red, and you open up the doors, it's red on the inside, red and white. And I want to take my bus all over America. I want to go to every NFL stadium, but I don't want to come out of my, out of the game and walk up to my bus and it's on fire, or somebody, messed it up because I'm at the Eagles or I'm somewhere in Chicago or something. Or how about like just in California, driving down where the Rams play at? That's not, Inglewood is not somewhere you want to be wearing a red shirt at nighttime. So, I just don't think it's and then
just paint it gold.
Volkswagens, the metal
with the red interior.
Yeah.
Just paint it gold on the outside, red interior. You can even put an SF on the outside if you wanted to really. You know what you should do? You should get a magnetic San Francisco logo.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, drive around with the gold and red bus, normally. And then when you really want to show off the fandom, you slap the magnetics on there. You know what I mean? Let everybody know.
Yeah.
On good.
That
Good
would look
news.
sick, bro. That would look clean as hell.
Good news. The Unabomber died
Oh,
this morning in prison.
hey. Shout out to
Ted Kaczynski.
Father Time.
Yeah. Big
Claiming
shout out
another.
to Father Time.
Big shout out. There you go, Father Time. That's for
Thank you, Father Time. You're undefeated.
Yeah, you are undefeated.
Yeah.
Father Time versus assholes and shitheads.
Yeah. That's gonna be a new segment.
And good
Bad
people.
bad people that died in prison.
No, bad people versus Father Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So before I go, because I'm going to a graduation in a little bit, so I won't be here for the whole show. But before I go, that shooting thing, everyone's been talking about it. I've been getting text messages. When I was even on No Border Sports, hey, oh man, you heard what happened in the Mission? So people were telling me that stuff. So I don't know what drove it, but I'll probably find out soon. I don't think it was any type. We'll see, but yeah, like we don't really have that shit here. Like that's about it. So
Shout out to
Tony, I
Tommy, man.
remember that.
oh yeah, Tommy. He was performing, and then I think I don't know the story, but someone told me he was at a festival.
Yeah, he was at the Garlic Festival. Shout out to Garlic.
Yeah,
Shout
big
out
shout out.
the real
Garlic.
one.
Father Time has not defeated you.
Yes.
Yeah, if you
yes.
don't know about Garlic, oh man, Garlic goes on everything. like garlic salt. If you
We know about
garlic,
garlic, Brian.
No garlic salt. No garlic
He
salt.
said garlic
I
salt.
put garlic salt. I put garlic salt on like everything. I tell you what, it's
So-
like a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic. Man,
So if you really love
Didn't-
garlic, you don't do garlic salt because you're putting so much garlic on it that it's just too salty. Okay. It's real G's got the garlic powder. Okay.
I got that too. But
That's what I'm saying.
that's my go-to. That's my go-to. Go grab the garlic salt, sprinkle it a little bit on your burger, grab it, put it in your spaghetti, put it on your eggs, put anything.
See, I
Shout
I-
out garlic, guys.
garlic. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Brian, have you guys heard of garlic before? I just found out about this stuff.
You know what I'm
Hey,
thinking.
garlic
So,
pistachios.
have you ever messed around with shallots?
I won't.
No.
Oh, shallots are really good, bro. Shallots
I
are
won't
like
do it because I don't cook.
oh.
You guys tried this thing called paprika? I'm just joking.
Inform us, please.
Well, it's one of
Not
those
just
things.
any
So
paprika, but you need smoked paprika.
Ooh, look at
Jesus
that.
Christ. Why'd you start that, John Jay?
Sorry, what? I was just being goofy.
Get ready for a spiel on smoked paprika.
you guys know about the Danos?
I don't need Danos. I got garlic powder and smoked
So
paprika.
do you know about the Danos then? Because it sounds like
No.
you know. Oh boy. Show and tell time. Everybody follow me to my kitchen.
Send
You got all
David
the
Cronin
Danos?
some Danos to put in his freezer.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Garlic confit.
You want to know something funny? Now that Brian's gone and can never hear what we're saying about him right now.
Right now.
So he didn't send me the link today, probably because I haven't been going on the Saturday shows. I've been busy. Well, he didn't send it to me, so I see that he's on live. So I hop on my computer and I watch it, and I call his phone number, and I see him mute himself. He goes, "Hey Joe, what's up?" And I go, "Oh, just watching you." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then somebody asked him a question. He hung up really quick and then sent me the link. But yeah, he goes, "Hey Joe, what's up?" I go, "Oh, just watching you." Yeah, I got that shit.
Nah, bruh. Look. Okay. Is that the spicy Danos?
Yeah. I got the other one too, but we can't find it right now. So I must
See,
be
what I
out.
like about Danos is he doesn't put the salt in there. And it's the same
Yeah.
reason why I'm saying no garlic salt is because you can put as much as you want on it without overpowering it with the salt. And to me, this is kind of how I do it. If I'm putting bacon on something, I'm not necessarily salting too much at all because bacon's already salty. You know what I mean? Anytime you're adding the pork to something, just let the pork be the salt for the most part.
Mhm.
I
So
like those
that's
bacon wrap steaks at the store. They're like that big.
what's up. Oh, you talk about filet mignon?
Yeah, they're just these little steaks that have bacon on them.
They're really
Good.
thick. They're really thick.
Yeah, they use thick bacon. It is freaking good. Sometimes I go to the grocery outlet, and you gotta cook them that day because it's
Oh.
from the grocery.
You're talking. Oh, those things are good. You get them like 2 of them for $5 in the same package.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Barely have to season them. My wife just puts a little bit of garlic salt on it.
Those things probably be really good in the smoker, bro. You got a smoker?
I have it. I don't like smoking steaks though.
Oh,
I like barbecuing steak. Well, my wife barbecues the steaks.
do you do a reverse sear? Have you tried to smoke with a reverse sear?
She did that once, and I didn't like smoked steaks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked
My
a
bad.
whole prime rib one time
That's
for
different.
Christmas.
That's
Yeah.
different. That's
I
good.
smoked a whole prime rib for Christmas, bro. It was like a $300 piece of meat. I threw that thing on there. Ooh.
I almost like brisket just as much, as long as you don't take any of the fat off. Any of the fat.
And then a couple months later, I took the leftovers of that prime rib and the leftovers of brisket, and then I made my baked beans with it. And when I make baked beans, like, it's not a side dish, it's the main dish. And I put like the beans are just there to kind of like lump all the meat kind of together. You know what I'm
It's like
saying?
a scramble. It's like a dinner scramble compared to a breakfast scramble.
Yeah.
All right, real quick for everybody. How do you make your eggs?
Scrambled.
Scrambled.
Scrambled. Corey,
Yeah.
It's
scrambled.
so
Yep.
easy. It's so easy.
That's only
Have you guys
eggs I
had
know how to
one-
cook.
Have you ever had one of those poached eggs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Eggs Benedict. My wife makes Eggs Benedict bomb. That's it's
Have you ever had one of those hard boiled eggs or soft boiled eggs? It's my wife does it. She puts the eggs in, and then just before they start to cool, she pulls them out, and then we start to smack the shell off, and it's
Yep.
a solid egg, and you eat it when it's hot. Oh my gosh!
I don't like
Joe?
I'm telling you, if you like,
Joe,
the
you like
yolk- Oh my gosh!
Eggs Benedict with smoked salmon.
That'd be good. My wife's been making it instead of Canadian bacon, she'll put bacon instead of Canadian bacon. So I come from a breakfast family. Like, we never ate breakfast, but breakfast was for dinner, like at
Mhm.
least 4 or 5 times a week. My mom, like, that's what she's known for, like her homemade biscuits and gravy or homemade Eggs Benedict, the scrambles, everything. So when I started, like, my wife moved in, she's like, why do you like breakfast for dinner all the time? And I was like, that's what I like. I grew up with it. That's like the only dinner I like. I like steak and breakfast for dinner, and that's about it.
What about pot
Yeah.
roast?
Pot roast. Yeah.
Oh, bro, you don't have the right recipe then.
All right, I'm gonna bounce out. You guys have a good rest of the show. I'm
Hey,
out.
John
Joe?
Jay,
All right, John.
it was
Take
nice
Take it
seeing
easy,
you.
John.
Yep,
Joe, you take.
I'm gonna have a fun time at the graduation.
Yeah,
Gotta-
congratulations. Tell them, everybody said congratulations and
Yeah, my
have fun.
yeah my niece is graduating 8th grade, going to high school, so that's gonna be fun. And she's like very excited. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to high school!" And yep, so
There gonna be a keg there?
she's only 14,
That's fine.
and
Quinceañera or
and I don't drink, so yeah, it's gonna be just only soda and sparkling water.
I'm
Yeah.
just messing with you,
I
John.
know. So that'll be fun. I got her a cool gift. I'm not gonna surprise it. I'm gonna surprise her. I'm getting her some baseball stuff because she loves baseball. So
You should
she
make
wants
her a
to-
pot
Cool,
roast
cool.
and
yeah, she
check out how Brian does
and
it.
she wants to play softball because like I would tell stories about one of my sisters who played softball. She, I want to play softball in high school. I say, oh, you'll get a lot of chance. So, yep, she's becoming an athlete just like me. So, I do my good job. I do my good uncle duties, and so it's gonna be fun. But like she's like so excited,
Yeah.
like yeah, she's growing up. Like man, that I remember when I held her, I was like, oh my gosh, now she's like growing up so quick.
Well, John, have fun, man. We appreciate you coming. We're probably gonna get out of here shortly after that too. Talk
Okay.
a little bit more, maybe breakfast, and we'll see you. Hopefully, maybe we'll see you tomorrow. You have a good graduation.
And before I go, F those Rams. Gotta do it for my boy McNiner. All right.
So, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
you get your roast, put it in a crock pot. You put a packet of Lipton onion soup recipe over the roast. Then you put a can of your choice of cream soup. I like cream of celery, but you do whatever one you want. And then you turn that thing on low. And you just go to 6 to 8 hours. And then that thing will be perfect. And then you really want to have a good meal. The next day, you take the leftovers, make some toast, put some mayonnaise on there, reheat the pot roast, maybe with a little cheddar cheese on top. Throw that on there. Oh my God, bro.
Mhm.
You'll have to
Hey,
send me that.
Real quick, if you guys don't know about Throwback here, this 49er Throwback, He's a pretty
What up,
cool
Throwback?
guy. Please,
He's a great
you know,
guy.
check out his channel and check him out on Twitter. You know, he's great. So appreciate you coming.
Did I know Throwback has a channel?
I believe he does. I could be wrong, but I think I'm subscribed to him. So we'll have to see. Maybe you can clarify that. I think he does little highlight clips. Not little clips, but I think he kind of does like what you've done with the Debo video. But Throwback, if you do, you know, let us know. Or if you want to put your link in the description, that would be fine too, so people can follow you. But guys, man, it's been a great morning, I think, so far. My camera's really blurring on me. Let me see if I can fix that. No, I'm really
He's definitely
blurry.
got a channel. He's got 108 videos. Make sure you go out and subscribe to 49ers Throwback.
Well,
He is a definite supporter of the 49ers community. So, like, make sure you go sub to him.
also,
I just subbed you, Throwback, just now. So you now have 23 subscribers.
Let's go. Yeah, thank you for
Let's
coming.
get him to
Throwback.
50. Let's get Throwback to 50. And that's 49ers_Throwback with a capital T for Throwback. And you'll find him. He'll be like second at the top.
straight up.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix my camera. There it is.
David, you're going to buy a new car?
Yeah. Ryan, can you copy his link and put it in the private chat so I can drop it?
Doing it right now.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Throwback's got a lot of good stuff going on too. So check him out. He's been a fan of the Empire. You know, he is a member of the Empire. He's a true faithful, but he's in everybody's stream. So you need to help him out a little bit. And he's doing great stuff there. So yeah, what's everybody got going on the rest of the day? Joe, what do you got going on?
I might order
Besides
this
that car.
Hooters hat. Oh, you can't really see it. I think that'd be cool. Just a hat that
What
says
is it?
Hooters on it. It's a Hooters hat.
Okay.
Might order that. $24.99.
Big life decisions.
Yeah. I'm gonna go try to trade my dirt bike for a car, or a dirt bike for a car. Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, we were trying to check out, see if I could get my camera right. And Tony comes in the door. She's like, "Hey, do this," and I'm like, "Oh, I think I got it already." So hopefully, I don't look so fuzzy. If I'm funny, that's okay. But as long as I'm not fuzzy, not fuzzy wuzzy. All right, yeah. If you can trade your dirt bike, that'd be kind of cool. Definitely send pictures. That'd be cool. I like Dodge Darts too. There used to be a brown one down the street from my house when I was going to school. Used to walk by it every day and think, "Man, that'd
Metal
be cool."
tip or soft tip?
The dart,
Yeah, is it
Oh, the
metal tip or
top?
soft tip?
the top.
No, there's two different
There's a
types of darts.
Oh,
Gotcha.
this will be
There's the
my
metal
fourth
tip and the
dart.
soft tip.
This will be my fourth dart that I've had. I don't have any right now.
Before you not Throwback, I'm subscribed to you.
Oh, thank you, Corey. Thank you.
Yeah, so it already
Wasn't-
has a small block V8.
The link is in the private chat.
That's
Wasn't it Dragnet that had the dart?
cool. I don't know.
He's a little too young for Dragnet, bro.
Tommy Huxley
Yeah.
drives a Dodge Stratus. He deserves respect. Shout out Tommy, keeping the Mopar
Keeping it
gang.
real. Keeping it real.
My mom
I'm
had
an
a
assistant
Stratus.
manager. Oh shit.
What's that off of? The Office or something?
No, that was an assistant to the regional something manager.
David, you going to buy a new car today?
Me? No.
Oh, I just heard right before I came on. I heard you guys talking about. I thought you were getting something today.
Oh, he asked Bryant what his favorite 60s and 70s car would be. And Bryant went with a Volkswagen bus.
Yep.
I got a 65 Cornet with a 440.
The hard buses to find are the ones with all those like there's a bunch of windows around the top. Those
Yep.
are like incredibly rare and hard to find. They're actually worth a lot of money.
Yep, 21 windows, and then they
Yeah.
have an option where you can put 23 in, so it's kind of cool.
That
Yeah,
would suck unless you're a glass guy.
it sucks if you got somebody who's got a brand new pellet gun, you know, and the parents aren't paying attention to them. That's what sucks. But yeah, we've got some windows shot up before. They're not cool. My mom and dad, they got a bus like what David's talking about, and they also have a tour bus. They're converting it into an RV, and you got to be careful because they got a lot of windows, man. They're always, like worried someone's going to egg it or, shoot it. And it's just like one little pellet, man. That's might be someone's fun. They're just trying to shoot it at something, but now you got a couple $100 you got to fix, so.
I don't know
Outside
how
shutters.
much.
If you can't,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, be sorry. Shame, Joe. Shame. Shame.
I don't know if San Francisco is the same way, but there's a shitload of people living in broke down RVs in downtown Seattle. So
I've
my
seen
plan
one.
was,
I seen one in the gas station yesterday in Mount Vernon.
yeah, my plan is to possibly find all the big block Mopars, give them $50 a piece, get all those blocks out of those things, and start selling 440 blocks. That'd be cool.
Look at Joe. He's
Yeah,
hustling.
because
You
we're not
should be
working.
saying this live on air, bro. You probably just gave the
Well,
hustle
hopefully
out.
somebody else can do it because I don't have the balls, I think, to go up and make a transaction with those crackheads. So,
Bro,
If you do it the right way, they'll take the motor out for you.
in
you probably will just cut everything.
I was gonna say,
I'll
you don't even have to use money. You could barter.
I'll just bring them my torch. I'll just bring them my
They got
backpack torch.
They got their own
Truth be
torches.
told, if you're taking everything, I mean, there's there's guys looking for parts for those things. So there's even part stores looking for cores to rebuild. So there's there's several ways you can make money off doing that.
You know what sucks?
It's not just the
though,
motor.
So I keep finding these 70s motorhomes that like for $400, and like as long as the top doesn't leak and there's not a bunch of water damage, I'm fine. But the problem is where we live in Washington, there's so many people living in them that if I drive a 70s motorhome, down to like somewhere, people are gonna be like, "Oh, look at that crackhead," So it's like I kind of almost don't want to.
Not just that, like it's Washington. Like, even though you buy it and the roof doesn't leak, bro, within a year the thing could leak. Like, it's just inundated with rain 24/7. You got to cover these things. They ain't no lie.
What was that?
I bought a camper to go in the back of a pickup. Now I need a pickup, but I bought a camper, right? And it's in my driveway. It's really cool. I really like it. I thought about making it like my podcast room, but then I was like, I really just want to go camping in it. So my idea is to get a pickup truck. I want to get an older pickup truck, paint it red or white, and then I want to paint the outside of my camper like 49er colors too. I need to look at the rules and stuff for Levi's because I know you can take stuff to Levi's. I just don't know what the size is, but I could go in there. I got a microwave in there, a refrigerator in there.
Do some tailgating.
Yeah,
That's a great
like-
command center for a tailgate. Yeah.
Yeah. I got an awning that comes out on the side of it, and I'm like, man, now I just need a truck. So, yep, maybe here soon I'll get a truck. But I have to I want to get a truck that I can just leave it in. I don't want to have to pull the camper out and, then use my truck for something else. So my hands are kind of tied right now. I'm in a station wagon.
Is what it is. You can still pimp out a station wagon too, though. You know what I'm saying? Imagine, pimp your ride. You could have a fold out flat top, in the station wagon. Pop, 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 pop.
Mm-hmm.
Flat top comes out. Boom. There you go. You make it smash burgers.
Well, see, I drive a station wagon. I drive a Mercedes station wagon, and I really like it.
How much room you got underneath the seats?
Well, I've had
Could
two
you put
of
in
them.
a couple of not quarter kegs, but 6 barrels? 6
You can
barrels
put stuff
underneath
in the
there?
back of them. because the
Is
hatch
that?
opens up pretty wide, and then all the seats flip down. So I've been able to move a lot of stuff, in it, but it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a family car for like, you're gonna go sports or you're gonna go camping or something, but not to be moving paint buckets around. I was moving paint buckets around in it for a little while, so that's not fun. But yeah, real quick, guys, what else you guys got going on? Corey, what do you got going on for the day? And let's go to Ryan, then David and Joe, and let's go ahead and get out of here if you guys want. We talked to you guys all day, but I think we probably should get started with the rest of our day.
I'm going, just like John J., I'm going to a graduation party. I'm going to Walnut Creek, to a park,
Nice to live around there.
and they're having one graduated from college, the other one graduated from high school.
I used to live in Concord.
So I'm going
Well-
to do that, and then come home, and I already did my thing for my trivia tomorrow. Put the scores and the right answers. So I already did that. So let's come home and relax.
Heck yeah.
And then Sunday morning, say hi to Brian again. Hi, Brian. Then Sunday night, reveal if anybody who's the top dog. And then Monday, hi, Brian, David again.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, Ryan, what do you got going on, buddy?
Oh, I got I'll see Corey and you guys tomorrow, obviously. Both in the morning and the night. And then Monday I got the NWO podcast with all my buddies. I can't remember whose channel it's on, but make sure you go and subscribe to Aaron 49er Sickness, 49er Minded, or Aaron 49ers First Takes, Bashar 49er Minded, and Beto Niner Sickness. And then Monday I got Niners and Friends with Beto and Mariah from 49er Faith Elite podcast. It's on Beto's channel, I want to say.
After the NWO?
Yeah, on Tuesday. And then
Okay.
we're moving the rivalry show I've got with Joe to Thursday about 6:00. And then we'll have my show again Friday. Well, our show Friday.
Yeah.
And then, back all over again. See you Sunday.
Cool. David, what do you got going on for the day? I know you said you weren't buying a car. You're going to go going shopping? You're going to go wash the car? What you got going on?
Well, I'm waiting because it has a 15% chance of rain and it started half an hour ago. So I'm waiting for that to happen before I go wash my car.
Yeah.
But I
it's
do
raining
plan
right
on
now.
going and washing my car. I'm actually going to go around to some yard sales and, to some thrift stores just to take a look around at what they got. Probably only end up not getting anything, but, that's just how it goes, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the fun of the hunt.
Tomorrow it's Morning with Brian Coffee Talk, and then Corey Davis's award show later on. Honestly, I might be in the league, but I don't think I've actually won a week in well over a month, which is fine. It's everybody needs to be a winner, right?
Yeah. You do really well on the trivia. You do better than anybody, and it's almost like not fair to put you out first in the front because then everybody just copies you. But I like it when you're somewhere in the middle because sometimes you'll throw a mulligan out there and everybody will be saying A and then you'll be like, I'm taking the D, or whatever, and you're usually right. So I have a lot of fun. What do you got going, Joe? I know you said you're gonna go try to trade your car. You might cook some eggs for dinner.
Trade his
and
bike.
You're gonna buy a Hooter bike.
Actually, it's my wife's dirt bike that I'm trading, but I'm selling my dirt bike. So, trying to start a family here, So.
Oh, so
Definitely
it's time
need
to
a
get a
Dodge
side by
Dart.
side.
No, I got 4 Jeeps, so I'm good with the side by side.
You guys you guys actually got me looking at local classifieds, and I found a project Jeep for like $5,000. It's like an '87. I might actually go look at it, but it's if it doesn't have much rust, everything else can be worked on.
Yeah, if you ever, like I said, if you guys ever need any advice with Jeeps, like I said, that's the thing I kind of know like the back of my head, or back of my hand. So if you guys
and it's old enough to the point where it's carbureted though, and I would be putting a EFI system on it just to make it easier to start up, drive around, stuff like that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't.
Two
like
things
it.
with Jeeps. My mother-in-law, when we moved back to California, I was giving her a hard time. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing with that Jeep?" And she had a Jeep mail truck, and I was like, "What?" And it was a right-hand drive. I kept giving her a hard time. I'm like, "What are you doing with the Jeep?" So then eventually, she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "You want the Jeep?" And because I was giving her a hard time, I'm like, "You never got us a Christmas gift or even a wedding anniversary gift or anything, So like, what about the Jeep?" And she'd laugh. Well, one day she called me on it. She's like, "You want the Jeep?" I didn't take it because it didn't have a title, and I just didn't know, about like where I was going to put it at the moment. I got a big backyard. I should just push it in the backyard, but it's that close.
So what's crazy about those mail Jeeps is from 1941 to 1975, all Jeep frames were the C channel, so they were open, so they crack. The mail Jeeps are the only Jeeps in those time period that have a box frame from the factory. So people take, like a 1961 CJ5, and they'll put a mail Jeep frame on it, so they don't have to do the work of boxing it. They just use that same frame. That's why people want to find mail Jeeps, is to take the frames off of them.
I drive by a JK mail Jeep every day on the way to work. And I mean, I don't think this person works for the postal office, but they're in the wrong side, they're driving in the wrong side, cruising along. And I'm sitting there like, I wonder how that'd be, that'd be kind of strange. I have driven a right-hand drive vehicle, and it is kind of strange,
I hate
like
it.
turning left, trying to see around the car in front of you gets a little tricky, but it is
I
what it
hate
is.
it. I used to have to work on those postal trucks, not the old mail Jeeps, but what came after. That was one of my first jobs when I was 15. It was basically working servicing postal trucks, and they're just S10s. That's all they are. So,
I used to go up to Bellingham for my installing and doing all that dishwasher and toilets and plumbing apprentice stuff, and I swear there's a guy who has like 5 or 6 different like Japanese like trucks that are left-hand side drive, and they're like different, and he drives a different one each day to work, and that their import, they still got the paint job like from the whatever kind of industry it was in, you know what I'm saying? Like it was
are you talking
crazy.
about those tiny little the tiny little trucks, like the Honda trucks?
No, this was more of like this would be like the size of like a Volkswagen van, but it's like it's made in compartments, so it's like specified for a certain type of a job. You know what I mean? Like one of them's got like a ladder stuck to the side, and like it's like they're made specifically for like a certain duty. And he just bought these things. They got different paint jobs. You know what I mean? They're all different colors and this and that. You could tell they do different jobs. One might even be from Korea. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Some dude's got some kick. I'd be driving up, and it'd be Monday, and it'd be one different car. I'd be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. And then it'd be Tuesday, and I swear it's the same guy, and it's a different vehicle. And then every once in a while, I'd drive up, and I'd see another vehicle. I couldn't see which guy it was, but, like, what's going on?
Well, guys, man, I have a lot of fun talking with you in the morning. We're going to get going. We are going to do this again tomorrow. If you guys like to come on in, have a nice 49er coffee talk, a little NFL coffee. Joe, anytime you come, if you want to give us an update about the Seahawks or anything else, on sports that you are interested in letting us know, again, it's friendly coffee talk, so we can always branch from the Niners. I I was telling my wife the other day, I was like, I really want a Jeep. And she's like looking at me and she's like smiling because my brother has a Jeep right now and his girlfriend has a Jeep. And, you know, I got to drive a Jeep Cherokee. Really liked that, like 89, and really liked it. Had a brush guard on it and it was really, really cool. But
You have any sliders? Rock sliders?
no, I don't think so.
You ain't got a Jeep unless you got rock sliders on it.
Oh, it had a splash pan on the bottom. So like if we was going crawling
It's
or
not
something.
a Jeep unless you got rock sliders.
I don't know. But I know we had a lot of fun in it. It was a Jeep Cherokee, Grand, Cherokee. So it was
Those
cool.
are pretty sought after too right now because of how far apart the wheels are from each other.
Big city man.
You know what I like about those XJs, the Cherokees? You can go pick one up for like $1,500. My friend would do this. He'd go pick one up for like $1,500, beat the piss out of it. He'd go out jeeping with us, and he'd have stock wheels and tires, open, and all of us, we're locked front and rear, and we all have YJ springs on our CJs, and we do technical stuff, and this guy just fucking floor it everywhere. It was the most fun thing, and it would never break down. He purposely rolled it one time or just tipped it on its roof, because I got on the CB and I go, "Hey Jared, bet you won't hit that rock and tip that thing over." And he goes, "Bet I will." So he did. We got the video of it.
Yeah, see, that's what's fun. It's like, Jeeps and Volkswagens and stuff like that. You get to go, off-road and doing stuff. So I was telling my wife, I was like, I really want a Jeep. And she like looked at me and she's like, you got a Volkswagen. And I was like, I know, but I want an American Volkswagen. And she like smiled. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, isn't a Jeep like an American, Volkswagen?
Dude.
Isn't like a Jeep a German Volkswagen, like in the sense, in a sense.
No, not in a sense at all. The difference in like,
have you ever
you know
seen
how
people,
quick it was created and then brought to actual testing and what its schematics on what it was specified to do. Like it's a disservice to call that a Volkswagen because the Jeep in its original intention is a cold, hard piece of warfare. That thing is rugged and made to fucking punch you in the face, essentially. That thing is made so anybody could drive it and it can survive, a 30-foot drop?
I don't know.
I think it was something made to...
agree. I definitely agree, but if you do it the right way, a Volkswagen can float. If you do it the right way, a Volkswagen can go right up the same hill as a Jeep can. And almost anybody can drive a Volkswagen. Most people, their first car is a Volkswagen.
You have to tune it for each one of those operations instead of just doing it.
I don't know, man.
You've got to change things on it to make it do that.
Brian, I love Mopars. Like I love Mopars too, but I'm not comparing my 1965 Dodge Cornet to my 1981 CJ5. It's two completely different things.
Well, I imagine your Jeep's a little souped up too, and there's different things. But what I'm saying is if you get into the right club, there's a lot of clubs out there that go off-roading with Volkswagens. I actually know a club that goes on the Mount Shasta run, and they drive their buses around Mount Shasta. So, we're going to have to do something here soon. But yeah, she was telling me, I was telling her I want a Jeep, and she's just smiling at me, and she's like, you need to, you need to just keep on. You got a lot of
camper is what you need to do. She probably said that. Right, she goes, I got a camper. Where can we camp? The driveway?
I'm going to definitely have to get started. I think I'm going to go look for a truck. So we're going to head out, guys. Thanks for coming. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate you. Come back for more, and we're going to be talking again. Everybody here in the channel has a link. It has a channel. Please go check them out. And later in the day, I'll put their links in, so we'll get some subs for everybody. I appreciate you coming. And
thanks for having us.
We'll see you guys next time. Have a great Saturday.
Go Niners.
Go Niners. Go Niners.